In a world that moves fast and often stays shallow, I invite you to slow down, breathe, and dig a little deeper. As a film director, legacy planner, and faith driven entrepreneur, I know the power that lies beneath the surface, the stories, lessons, and unspoken truths that shape how we live and how we lead. Each episode explores the layers of life, loss, leadership, and love with raw transparency, heartfelt humor, and spiritual insight. From every conversations about healing and hope to the unfiltered realities of building a meaningful legacy, this is where real talk meets eternal purpose. Because the deepest work isn't buried, it's discovered. Let's get started. You know, there's a moment in life when God taps you on the shoulder and says, "It is time to rise." Today, I'm sitting with a young woman who is stepping boldly into that moment. A woman who has served with her hands, loved her clients, including myself, very well, and built a reputation for excellence. And now, she's entering a brand new chapter. Eliah is retiring from the physical work she's mastered and stepping into leadership, management, and influence at a young age. This isn't just a career transition, it's an elevation, a shift from comfort to calling, from doing to directing, from serving to leading. And today, as she does my nails for the last time, we're having a real conversation about faith, courage, growth, and becoming. Welcome to Digging Deep with Dr. Christy K, where we talk about being elevated from comfort to calling in a new season. Hey, Eliah, how are you today?
Hello, I'm doing so well. Thank you for asking.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so happy to be sitting with here with you. We're literally doing my last set here at this shop.
I'm so excited.
I know, I'm so excited for you, and it's important that we do this podcast because I know how it was when I stepped out on faith with a really great paying job. I was making about 6 figures. I had a full clientele. I had my weekends off and all the things, and I decided to step out and open the funeral home. And people thought I was crazy because I went from 6 figures to writing my own checks according to, the money that was coming in. So with you having such a vast clientele, because for me, if I don't book you at the end of each appointment, it's hard for me to even get in.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to amass the clientele that you have now?
I will say, it didn't happen overnight. I started doing nails in Dallas in end of 2019. So now it's 2025. So that's like a 5-year, 5-year difference of like when I started compared to now, because I started knowing nobody. This is my second jump in a salon in Dallas specifically. Before I was in like a Denton, so I did make a big change. But I will say it took a good 3 years, and then once I went independently and started working for myself independently, the last 2 years, I've gained a lot of other clientele, including yourself.
Yes.
And so
yes.
We just did the math. So you've been coming to me since September
Of last year.
2023.
Oh, 2 years.
Yes, so it's
oh
been
my
2
gosh.
years. So it does fly by.
Yeah.
But I will say word of mouth is big. Like yourself, like you've recommended me so many people, and your nails are a walking billboard. It's like your hair, it's like your lashes, like your nails. Especially people who are like in offices or any other job, like they kind of, if people like it and they see it, they're willing to book. So it has been 5 years consistently, and I've had clients from the past 5 years, and I've also had clients the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Clients, So it doesn't happen overnight, that's for sure.
Well, I'm very proud of you, and I'm definitely going to miss you. And I've already told you, when you open your books up again, please let me know. So for the people who are listening, many of them are either seasoned entrepreneurs or just getting into the entrepreneur game, or they're wanting to jump in, but they're super afraid to do so. So for you, you're stepping into a whole new season. What confirmed for you that it was time for you to take the next step?
I will say you kind of have to rewind and see like what are your personal goals and what are you aligning with. I know that this is in the beauty industry, or just as an entrepreneur in general, you have to make your own opportunities. So I feel like whenever this job opportunity came up, it aligned with me in so many ways. It aligned with my goals, long-term, short-term. And I will say, like, when they say trust your gut, like, trust your gut.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be scared, but the payout at the end is gonna be way bigger than what it is now. Like,
yeah.
And if it doesn't scare you, then what are you doing?
Right.
If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Everybody would be doing
yes.
it. Right.
So I will say, just whenever you truly sit down and see what aligns with you and what your purpose is, and I feel like it's easy to make big decisions and scary decisions like this. I have been like questioning what is my purpose? Like, everyone has a different purpose, and I feel like my purpose is always to serve people.
Yeah.
And that brings me joy. So I feel like doing nails is fun, it's creative, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm serving people, and that brings me joy. Like, the creative part is just a bonus. Like the relationships are a plus.
Yeah.
But if I can make someone feel more confident and just give them a self-care day, that is what brings me joy. So stepping into a different way or different pivoting, I wouldn't say stepping out, I would say like maybe pivoting into a different aspect of the industry, it's kind of a no-brainer for me, because I can serve people, and not only can I serve people, I'm going to be able to like give women or men the training or the leadership that I never had.
Wow.
And I feel like that is really big to me, because it is intimidating to be in the beauty industry, because, you know, a bad review or a bad client can like really like tank your confidence. But I feel like a lot of people need guidance in this industry, and that's me serving in a different way.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you're super young. I can only imagine you're in your 20s?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 29.
29? Ah, you old lady.
I'm about to be in my prime.
Yeah, about to be in
so
your prime.
excited.
So you're 29. You know, tell me a little bit about your background. Did you have entrepreneurs in your family? Who did you look towards to give you this confidence?
Oh my gosh, this is probably the biggest step for me, is because my grandparents were entrepreneurs. My family's part. My grandfather was the first Latino firefighter in our hometown.
Oh, okay.
And before that, he was a barber. And when he was in barber school, him and his other students were taught in Spanish. And they got kicked out of barber school.
Wow.
Yes, and so he was in barber school, and he was a barber, and then one of his clients was like, hey, you should apply to be a firefighter, we're like hiring. So he was like, okay, let me try it. Then my grandmother, she went to beauty school, and she was working at a laundromat while she was in beauty school, and then my grandpa was like, hey, like, you should go to beauty school and we'll open up a salon.
Wow.
And so she was like, what? Like, absolutely not. And like back then, women weren't allowed to do a lot of these things without men, you know? So my grandmother had a beauty salon for at least 30 or 40 years.
Wow.
And so everyone in my family, my dad is a barber, my aunt is a cosmetologist. I have two aunts that are cosmetologists. Like, everyone was in beauty.
Yeah.
And then in 2006, my family opened up a bail bonds business.
Okay.
And so they served the community in a different way. And so my grandparents have been the blueprint for me. I will say that they have instilled in me like to take chances, and they always told me like you can make it, but working for yourself or doing these hard things, they come with big rewards. And so I feel like they have definitely instilled in me like the confidence to do this. And even throughout my whole life, they always tell me like, if it doesn't work out, you can do what you're doing now, and then you can try again later. And so everyone in my family works in the beauty industry. I don't think they wanted that for me, but it just so happened. I went to college and I got an internship. I thought like, oh, I got my cosmetology license when I was in high school, and I was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna pay my way through college. And I will say it definitely was better doing nails than bussing tables. No shade to that, but whenever I did that, it definitely opened up doors for me. Like I knew like it was always something I could fall back on. And then once I went to college, I had a regular job, and I was like, something is like, this job's not working out for me. I'm just gonna go back to doing nails, and then we'll figure out what will happen later. My end goal, like when I was younger, I'd always say like, I'm gonna work corporate till I'm 30, and then when I'm 30, I'll open up my own salon. That was always like what I said to myself. So then, whenever I was able to do it at 28, I was like, I mean, this isn't my own salon, but it's my own business. I was like, whatever those timelines were, it doesn't really matter, but having a family that have been entrepreneurs and have done the hard things, like, it makes it so easy for me, like they did it in a very hard way, in a hard time where never like segregation was really big, so I feel like this is my family's legacy personally, and I'm just doing it
in a different way. That is so cool. So, since you saw it happen and now you're doing it, what emotions are you navigating as you retire from the physical labor of it, moving into the leadership aspect of it?
I will have to say the emotions now are more, the biggest one is saying bye to my clients, because I talk to y'all every other week or once a month. Like, those are conversations and relationships that I've built, and it's like, I mean, y'all are my friends in a way, And so I feel like that is probably the biggest downfall about it. But I will say another thing that I am trying to work on is, between now and me becoming a leader, is bettering myself the best way I can, so I can be a leader to where someone wants to listen or get feedback, because I feel like that's a really big thing. So I will say the past couple months I've been like reflecting on like, who do I want to be for others, and how do I want to show up, and like, how do I need people to show up for me so I can do that for others.
That's right. That's awesome. So, I mean, with all of those emotions, being transparent, are you more scared? Are you more excited? Is it a mixed bag depending on the day or the time?
I will say I am more confident in this decision than I've been in any other decision.
Oh, that is so good.
And I will say, like, whenever I went out on my own, I was kind of scared, because I'm like, what if my clients don't follow me? What if they don't like the space? What if the drive is too much, And so what if I lose a lot more clients, and what if they don't show up how they do at this salon, Which that was a big thing, but I will say, going back to like, what are my core goals, what are my core values for myself and for my life and my career, this aligns so well, so that I will say, like, a year ago I was kind of struggling. I'm like, I feel like I should be being patient right now, like, I'm praying for patience, but what am I being patient for? am I being patient for like, is it me starting a family? Is it me like opening up a bigger business? Is it like, what am I being patient for?
Right.
And it kind of fits between a whole year later and this opportunity came up and I'm like, this is what you're being patient for. This is what you're being patient for, and this is what you've been looking for, and you don't know it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I will say that it's really easy to make big decisions whenever they align with like your personal goals and your career.
That's right. And you said you've been, praying for patience. So would you say, your advice to people is to pray about it before making a major move? And do you think faith has a really big role in these decisions?
I do, because I feel like it wouldn't be put in you if like you couldn't handle it. Like,
yeah.
And even say I were to fail at any of these things, like there's a reason why I needed to learn those things.
Right.
I will say like I had expressed leadership roles like in the past. And looking back, I probably couldn't have handled it. I couldn't have handled it. I probably needed to mature more and really hone in on like what am I looking for. So I feel like if you are firm in your faith and you are making big decisions and you rely on God or any higher power, then only good can come from that.
Yeah.
And you have to be open-minded to like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but that's okay.
But it's okay.
There's been things that I've tried and it didn't work out and it was hard then, but the older you get, I feel like, or the more you try, you just learn from it and you keep running.
Yeah.
So I do believe faith is really big in these decisions.
That's powerful.
It's really big to navigate those big emotions without faith. It's really hard. So, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah, I would definitely agree because faith is what has rooted me in when things did get tough. I'm like, okay, you stepped out and it came to fruition. There's a reason why you hit this roadblock. And it helped me to pivot easier than if I was just out there on my own, right?
Correct.
And I remember when you told me that that this was going to happen. And the first thing I thought was I was so excited for you. But I can only imagine some of your clients who are used to you are probably like, no, and trying to maybe convince you otherwise. And maybe not just clients, I'm thinking maybe family members like, you're crazy.
Yes.
You know, so how does that look like in your personal life when you have family and or friends that try to deter you? Like, what do you do or say to keep yourself on track?
That's like really hard because I feel like I will say my family are my biggest cheerleaders, my friends, my partner, those people I could be selling dirt on a stick.
Yeah.
And they're going to support me, right?
Yeah.
There were some like doubts. I'm like, is this what you're wanting? Like, is this what? And I don't have to convince them if I'm making the decisions because this is my life at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And regardless if I make a bad decision, they're gonna love me regardless.
That's right.
So I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna do it. I will say one of my family members was like, I don't know if that's like, I don't think that's like where you're wanting to go. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And then I messaged them. I was like, hey, I took the opportunity, and they said, is this what you want? And I said, yes. And they said, okay, I'm proud of you.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And finding those opportunities to like show up for people, even if they feel like it might not be the best, or it might not fit my lifestyle. I do love, like, I make my own schedule. I can travel when I want. I can get off when I want. If my family needs me, I can move things around.
Yeah.
But I feel like finding your people and finding people that love you regardless, no matter what, they are gonna, they always want the best for you. So sometimes they might not see it, but if you see it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure your confidence in your decision helps them to be like, okay, she's made great decisions, and when she didn't, she pivoted from it, so let me just roll with it.
Yeah, because I will say, when I left my big girl job, quote unquote, they were like, no, what are you doing? You have health insurance, you have PTO, like, you are getting paid. Like, no one's getting paid this much as, like, at this young, out of college. And I was like, I'm not doing this. You know? And I feel like it takes for you to, like, if you have to grow up and be like, no, and, you know, prove them too, you know?
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've done that before, and so, like you said, if they've seen me make hard decisions before, so.
And it's interesting when you have the naysayers, they always come back and either say, I knew you could do it, or they say, you know, or they'll think, she had the courage that I didn't. And that definitely happens, like, with me being a divorced person, I've had people come to me that have been in miserable marriages, and they're like, you know what, you have more guts than what I had. I should have left 10 years ago, I should have left 5 years ago. And so, of course, when you're leaving or shifting or pivoting, you're not thinking that people are thinking that. But most times people are proud that you're doing what they wish they had the guts to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes, like, they may be naysayers now, and like you said, they may come back, but maybe, like, I'm doing it to prove to them that they can.
And then they do it.
And so, you know, it's okay if you don't agree, but things happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
So, I agree.
So, when you interviewed for the position, I would only assume that as you're talking to them, you're kind of having an outer body experience, like, I can do this, like, I'm in the room, I can get this. What do you think they saw in you to make them feel like she's the one?
I don't know, that's really hard.
Yeah.
I think, I will say, I think what it is they've seen me grow from a distance. They've seen me grow, like, face to face. The main person that made this decision to approach me for this has worked with me very closely, right?
Okay.
And when I left, I didn't burn a bridge, and I think that is so.
That's so important.
I will not sleep at night if it doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Right? So when I left, I was transparent. I gave you enough time. You know, like, I let you know. I'm gonna start letting my clients know. You know, I didn't step on toes, right?
Yeah.
So when I left, I am still successful by myself. I'm still doing the thing that I'm doing great, and I'm doing it the best that I can.
Right.
So I feel maybe stepping away from that job and having them see, like, oh, she has it in her. That gives them more of the confidence to be like, okay, I believe that she can do it.
Right.
She has the grit.
Right.
And it was an outer body experience. But I will say, like, that first meeting we all met together, I was like, I don't know what just, like, I don't know what we just talked about, you know? I was answering questions, and when I got done, I was like, whew.
Yeah.
But I will say, it works out, and I will say relationships are a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Being true to who you are and being a good person will get you a lot farther than cheating people and burning bridges and doing all those things.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is what has benefited me in the long run.
Yeah. And, you know, I asked that question more so for the people who are still in corporate America or still working, you know, the 9 to 5, and they're trying to make a decision. And I've seen so many times where somebody's like, you know what, I'm gone. And they burn bridges, they talk trash on the way out the door, not realizing that the very people that you're leaving, full circle, may be the very people that you could work with, not for, but with again in the future. And so I tell people when I'm traveling and doing motivational speaking, if you are a kind person innately, you should be kind in every scenario. If you know that you're leaving to do something better for yourself, you sneaking out the door, or you taking the office supplies so you can build your own business. Yeah. That only sets you up for it to be done to you when you have your business. You stole from that company, someone's gonna steal from you.
Yes.
Because karma is real.
Real.
It's real.
It's so real. And I agree. I agree with that. And I'm scared of karma more than I'm scared of anything else, you know? And I'm not gonna be lie and say I've made the best decisions in my past. I've made decisions, but owning up to them.
Yeah.
Or even just being like, hey, like, I will say the biggest thing I've kept relationships, even people that I don't work for. I still keep relationships with them. The very first salon that gave me an opportunity here, I've kept relationships with in Denton. I was in college. I had no job. I was like, I need a job. So I walked into the first salon. I had a sorority sister. I was like, hey, my nail salon's hiring. I was like, okay. So I popped in there. I was like, hey, I need a job.
Right.
And they're like, can you start this week? And I'm like, yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't know how to do nails, really. My very, very first salon that I ever worked for, I worked for a woman, and she had just stepped out on her own. She had bought a salon in my hometown, and the receptionist she used to work for was one of my friends, and she's like, hey, she just opened up a salon. She's looking for girls. You want to work? I was like, yeah. I came home after my freshman year of college. I had no idea what I was going to do. So I was like, yeah, let me go work over there. So I started working for her. She knew I was like short term. Like, I'm going to be here for the summer. Like, I'm going to try to learn as much as I can while I'm here. Well, 4 or 5 years later, after I graduated, after I came back, I had a death in my family. And so I had to take a break for about a month and a half. I called her up and said, hey, I went back home. I was like, I need somewhere to work for the time being. Can I come back to your salon?
Yeah.
And she let me.
Yeah.
And she's like, absolutely, you can come. And I was like, like, could you just charge me for rent for the week or whatever? So things like that, like, it worked out for me. Like, whenever we left, like, and I even told her, I was like, I'll find someone to take my place. And I did, But it's like, I kept those relationships, and they've helped me whenever times got hard, whenever things don't seem right. Like, I want to keep those relationships. And honestly, the beauty industry, or a lot of industries, are a lot smaller than what people think.
Yeah.
So you think like, oh, I'm not going to see them again, and then you
you
are
will.
at an event, and you're going to bump into each other. Someone's going to introduce you, and you're not going to know like what to do.
Like,
right?
I don't know what to do.
You're like, oh, you either fake, like you don't know
Right.
them, don't remember them, So I will say, like, things like that have helped me long term. I've had other bosses, they're like, hey, we're busy right now, can you come work for like a week or two, or a weekend? And I've done that. Even doing nails, I go back to my old job, and I'm like, yeah, like, I'll go do sales for them for a weekend, and if they need me, they know to call me.
Yeah.
And it's just because I like to be transparent, and I don't want to lose sleep over things.
Right.
So I feel like it's better to do it that way than any other way.
Yeah, and what you said about the the shop owner, salon owner allowing you to come back, that speaks to the seasoned entrepreneur who have people that come across her doorstep and being kind and understanding. Just because you own something and you're in control of something doesn't mean that you have to step on the necks of those who don't.
Correct.
So it's really powerful for those who are listening who are already established that there's nothing wrong with allowing those who know less than you to learn from you. Or, like, for instance, someone will call me and say, hey, Chrissy, I need a job. And I'll say, listen, I can't offer you a full-time position, but you can come work services with me for this amount of money whenever I have services. And so they'll come and they'll work for a little bit. Do I absolutely need them? No, but they need me at the time. And that allows people to see that I will do whatever I can, because God blessed me with the ability to hire whenever I need to. I have the ability, so why not?
Yes.
So, and that's how I believe that businesses will grow, and how you'll continue to be blessed, and the people you've dealt with, because they have shown grace and they provided favor to people who needed help.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's definitely a part of it. So you're going from being a technician to a leader. There's a book called The E-Myth talking about going from technician to owner. And so being a leader, you're going to be owning your space, and you're going to be responsible for a lot of people, right? So tell me, how do you plan to show up differently? Like, do you plan to dress differently? What is your mindset? Are you going to wear your hair differently? How are you going to show up differently than you are now?
It's funny that you say, like, the dressing part. I will say, like, we used to have to wear all black in the salon, and I remember we'd be like, the front desk girl doesn't have to wear all black.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have to wear all black. So I was, like, telling my sister the other day, I was like, I want to wear all black, because I remember how it was when I was a tech, and I'm like, she doesn't have to wear all black,
Yeah.
But it's like those little things. It's like, as a leader, you want to show people I won't ask you to do something that I
Yeah.
won't do myself, right? So small things like that, I definitely want to show up. I want to show up. I've always been a late person. I want to be on time, if not early.
Okay.
I just want to show up in ways that I feel I want others to show up.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'll definitely probably be wearing all black. I will be doing my hair and makeup every day.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
I gotta see some pictures.
Right? And I feel like it's easy for me to be like, well, I'm sitting all day and I'm dusting, which is true.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a leader, I have to show up and say like, hey, this is how I show up. This is how I want you to show up, and I want to push you to do those things. I want you to be on time. I want you to be kinder to your clients, be more patient. If someone, like, I remember I used to be so angry when people would be like late.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, bro, you can't be mad because you're late.
Because you're late to everything.
Right. So it's just little things like that when becoming a leader is to stand firm, as to show up how you want others to show up also.
That is so good. That is so good. I just want to say that I am proud of you. I know that your family, like you said, are super proud of you. I want you to take however long you need to take to talk to the listeners transparently about this journey that you've been on, and to encourage them that if they're in a position or a mindset where you were when you went from corporate to your first salon, or from here to your next step, giving them the encouragement that they need to boldly move into their next step.
I will say, first off, like, believe in yourself, believe in whatever has been put on your heart, and make sure that whatever you do aligns with your own goals. Write down your goals. I really think you should write down anything that you feel really passionate about. That way, whenever you kind of get in a rut, you go back to your roadmap and see, like, does this align with what I'm looking for?
Right.
I encourage everyone to take big risks.
Yeah.
Big risks. Take big risks, because the lessons that come with that are larger, and things that you probably would never have encountered if you didn't take risks.
That's right.
And do it scared. Do it really scared. And you know what? Like, surround yourself with people that love you and support you no matter what. And if they don't, keep doing it, because they're gonna love you regardless.
That's right. That's right.
And if it feels wrong, it may be wrong, but if it feels right, do it with confidence.
That's right.
If you're confident in what you're doing, then you can sell, you can move across the country, and if you do it confidently, you'll inspire people more than doing it any other way.
That's right. I love that. I love that. You know, I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Yes. The fact that you are 29 doing your thing, you know, it means so much to me, because I remember having my daughter at 27, and I wanted to step out and open my own funeral home then, but I said, let me be a mom first, and let me get that taken care of and get some foundation. I went through a couple of things, and then I was steadfast looking to do what I knew I was supposed to do, and I let a relationship get in the way. And it took me 10 years or more to get back to where I was on my way to. Now, do things happen for a reason? Absolutely. But the fact that in 2025, when there are so many distractions, you are forging ahead, doing what you know what's best for you, no matter what people say or don't say, it means so much. And I know that there's somebody that's listening right now that you have encouraged, and that they're going to listen to this and say, if Eliah can do it, so can I. If Chrissy can do it, so can I.
Because you can do it.
Because you absolutely can.
You might not do it tomorrow, but you'll do it, I promise.
You absolutely can do it.
And the whole, I respect you for, like, being a mother is hard. You know, I'm not a mother, and I wish one day I will be a mother. But being a mother is hard, and being a woman in business right now is so big. You know, I feel like being a woman is the most powerful thing you can be. I don't care what anyone. It's not a man's world,
right?
You know? It's not, because, and I respect people who are mothers and take the time to do that. But don't forget about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I have and they're killing it, and it takes finding a really good partner, so even when it comes to like dating, choose wisely,
please,
because that can make a difference too.
Yeah.
And whenever you're finding like those little things that don't seem big, like when you're on a date, that man is not for you, girl, walk out.
Walk away, please.
And shout out to all the moms that are doing this, and it takes sacrifices, but women are so big.
Yes.
So strong, and men are great, but I love women. Women
yes.
are so strong, and I do want everyone to think that, like, even like me, I'm not a mom now. Maybe I will be, maybe I won't be, but still respect those other women that are doing it.
Yeah.
Don't put others down because they're not doing it yet.
That's right.
So I will say, just as a woman, be picky with your time, and just keep working for it. It's gonna come.
That is so awesome. Well, family, today reminded me that elevation rarely feels convenient and it rarely feels comfortable, but it will always feel right. Watching you step into this next chapter is a reminder to every listener that when God calls you higher, you don't have to have every detail figured out. You just have to say yes. Your story is a living example of courage, obedience, and faith. And I cannot wait to see what this next season produces in you.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's so big. Thank you. And I appreciate you because you've always poured into me, and it's big, it's little, like we may have little bitty conversations, but it's big for people to believe in you and you to believe in yourself. It does make a huge difference, and I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And who would have thought?
I know.
Who would have thought?
And tell us where you're going to be so we can support you.
Yes. So I will be in Addison at Earth Mill Spa.
Okay.
I will have an amazing team. We're building an amazing team. The owners of this place are very passionate people. They are changing the industry as we speak.
Wow.
And so I'm excited to be a part of it. It's different, it's new, it's fresh, and with everything that's going on right now, like,
need it.
We
need it.
Everything needs a facelift. So if there's a need, there is a way to figure out how to fix that need.
Absolutely.
There's always a solution.
Always a solution.
I'm so excited. I invite everyone to come in. It's going to be beautiful. The people are going to be great, and I hope everyone comes and sees me.
Yay!
And I promise I will give you the best experience.
We know that you will. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for having me and pouring into me. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. Well, that's a wrap on This Time with Eliah. Please like, share, comment on all of our platforms, and we'll see you next time for Digging Deep with Dr. Christy K. Bye. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Digging Deep. I hope today's conversation unearthed something meaningful, a truth, a lesson, or a little more peace for your journey. Remember, living well is how we honor the past, and leaving well is how we bless the future. If this episode spoke to your spirit, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to follow and subscribe on your favorite platform so you never miss an opportunity to dig a little deeper. Until next time, I'm Dr. Christy K, reminding you that purpose is found beneath the surface.